You're here. Why don't you sit back, grab a drink, and hold your breath? Because I have a story to tell you.
I don't run. Not in combat. It's freezing. The kind of cold that makes your molars ache and your sinuses burn like you snorted razor dust. The flashlight beam mounted on my rifle skates over frost-laced walls and a row of doors that are all slightly open to a sliver of darkness beyond. Behind me, in a low register, Morales says,
Cap.
He knows better than to whisper. Whispers carry on the air like a leaf on a current. I hold up my fist. Freeze. Listen. Nothing. Then, I hear it. It's soft at first, like gum. Then it gets wetter. I take one step, rifle shouldered, and my boot slides over dark gloss on the floor. Blood. I can feel the tackiness suck at the bottom of my boots. I don't look down. I keep the beam forward. The corridor ends at a small utility room with no door, just a rectangular mouth cut into the wall. And inside that mouth, Brasco. He's standing in the corner, facing the wall, like a punished child. Only his shoulders are moving, not shaking, working, like he's holding something, bringing something up to his face, and eating. The smell hits me late, like my brain tried to spare me and failed. Rot, copper, chemical sting, like spilled cleaner mixed with spoiled meat. It makes no sense. It's Siberia cold. This place should preserve bodies like meat in a freezer, but the stench is unmistakable. It crawls into my eyes and turns them to water. Morales swallows behind me.
Holy Mother.
I raise my rifle, sightline steady, voice flat. Brasco. No response. He keeps chewing. I take a slow step closer, flashlight beam tightening like a noose. His right hand is up near his mouth. His left hand is pressed to the wall like he's bracing himself from falling. The beam catches the wall and I realize the corner is smeared. A handprint trail, wide swipes of red and pink, like someone tried to wipe something off and just spread it. Brasco, I say again. Turn around. He stops chewing. For one breath, the room goes still. Then he speaks, not in his voice, in cruises, clear as day.
Cap, don't. Please don't.
He says, soft, like he's hurt. My stomach drops so fast I feel it in my spine. Morales stumbles a half step. That voice should not be coming from his mouth, not even from Cruz's own mouth. Cruz is gone. Everyone in this room saw him die. Brasco's shoulders rise and fall again, and the chewing resumes, except now I can see it. He's chewing himself. His right forearm is stripped where teeth have worried the skin away like meat off a drumstick. The flesh isn't clean. It's torn, ragged, stringy. He's working it with methodical patience, like he doesn't feel pain, like pain is an old language he forgot how to understand. I heard Morales' sharp intake of air behind me. I keep my weapon trained center mass. Brasco, drop your arm. Turn around. Slowly, so slowly, his head tilts, not toward me, toward the wall, like something in the drywall is talking to him. Then he laughs. It's Brasco's laugh for half a second. A hearty, loud, joyful sound, and then it isn't. It shifts into my voice, mocking. Captain Blake, he says, in a perfect cadence of me, like he just stepped into my skin. You don't have orders to leave yet. The extraction point isn't ready. My skin tightens. Morales whispers,
He's possessed.
I don't answer. I don't let that word breathe. There's infection. There's concussion. There's hypoxia. There are chemicals. There are parasites in the ice. There is always an explanation that doesn't involve demons. Brasco's jaw works harder. A wet snap. He pulls his arm down and I see the bite he's made, deep enough to expose pale tendon, and underneath that, something moves. Not muscle twitch, not reflex. A ripple, like a worm sliding under meat. My grip on the rifle doesn't change, but my pulse is hammering so hard, it's trying to burst through my throat. Brasco, I say, quiet now. Step away from the wall. He starts to turn, and the first thing I see is his mouth. He's chewed his lips raw. His teeth are pink. His tongue is bitten through in 2 places so it sits wrong, split like rotten fruit. His eyes are intelligent, present, like something's looking out through him. He faces us fully and lowers his arm, and I see his hands. His fingernails are gone, not broken, just gone, like he pulled them off one by one. He holds out his bloody fingers toward me.
Cap, it's in the light. Don't shine the light, please.
He says in Cruz's voice again, pleading. Morales lifts his weapon, trembling.
Elena.
I take 1 step forward. Brasco's gaze flicks to the beam of my flashlight like it hurts. Then his face changes. And in that silence, Brasco explodes with motion. Not at me, at Morales. A shot fires, center mass. But Brasco doesn't drop. He keeps coming, mouth open, split tongue flapping, eyes locked on Morales like a starving animal. I don't think. I move. I slam into Morales, shoulder check him back, and bring my sidearm up because the rifle is too long in this tight space. Brasco hits the floor, scrabbling, hands clawing at the concrete like he's trying to burrow into the ground itself. He looks up at me, and now it's my mother's voice. A voice I haven't heard in 15 years.
Elena, I taught you better than this.
It says softly, almost disappointed. Morales screams.
Do it!
Brasco surges again. I put the barrel between his eyes and fire. He jerks, hard. His hands slap the floor. His mouth works. Then, very clearly, in Brasco's real voice this time.
I can't feel my legs.
I stare at the hole in his forehead and wait for him to die. He doesn't. His eyes track left, past me, toward the corridor we came from, toward where Cruz should be. And Brasco smiles again, split and bloody.
Cap, I'm still your favorite, right?
Abso-fucking-lutely. And I release the entire clip in his face. I don't believe in bad feelings. I believe in variables. Altitude, temperature, visibility, ammunition, morale. Everything measurable. Everything controllable. The transport bird knifes through a sky the color of old bone, and below us Siberia stretches forever. Beautiful, and ready to kill anything that forgets where it is. Cruz is talking again. He always talks when the unknown creeps in.
Cap, I read this place used to be a mining facility before the research team moved in. Deep ice drilling. Methane pockets. So technically,
he says over the roar into the comms,
permafrost can preserve biological material for tens of thousands of years. There's bacteria down there older than civilization. Some still active, some still...
Cruz, I say without looking. Breathe through your nose. He exhales, embarrassed, then grins.
Yes, ma'am.
I got 5 seconds of silence, then...
You smell that?
I ignore him, but smile. Inside a military transport at 30,000 feet, everything smells like fuel, metal, and recycled breath. Across from him, Brasco snorts, loud.
Kid, you've been locked in a flying coffin with 3 grown men. Hey, what's with the face? Cap is a man, her balls are just higher up. It's been about, 6 hours. Of course, something smells.
I crack a grin. Morales doesn't laugh. the corner of his mouth twitches. Cruz rolls his eyes.
I'm serious. Something stinks.
Brasco leans forward, sniffing theatrically.
You know, I smell it too now. Yeah, it's fear. Very pungent. Hints of panic, mild desperation, with a smoky garlic finish.
He snaps his fingers.
Ah, I know what it is. It's rookie sweat.
Morales chuckled.
What? I've been on the squad for 3 years. It's all right. You mean kind of like the way you smelled in Kazan when you froze mid-firefight.
Cruz shoots back. Brasco points a finger at him.
Tactical pause.
You hid behind a fuel drum.
Strategic repositioning. They shoot me, kaboom, entire block goes up.
Morales finally speaks, voice low and steady.
You cried, then Cap had to save your ass.
That was emotional moisture that cannot be helped. And I might add, what woman doesn't love an emotional, intelligent guy?
Brasco slapped his chest. Cruz laughs, real this time, tension easing. I let it breathe. Morale matters in a squad, and humor keeps men human. But then the smell touches me too, faint, odd like sulfur maybe, gone before I can isolate it. I log it silently. Across from me, Brasco grows quiet. That's when I know something's off. Brasco isn't the contemplating quiet type. That's Morales' territory. What's on your mind? I ask. He doesn't look at me right away. When he does, the humor is still there, but thinner.
Station lost power at 0200. Backup failed. No distress call, no evac. No heat signatures leaving the perimeter.
I read the brief.
2 breach attempts last year. Classified. No attackers recovered, or so they say.
You think someone wiped the place?
Brasco shakes his head slowly.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying I don't know what I don't know, but
His gaze drifts, unfocused.
I think something on the inside made sure nobody left.
Silence. Morales' thumb brushes the crucifix under his collar. Subtle, automatic. The pilot cuts in over comms.
2 minutes out. Weather worsening. Visibility dropping.
I lean toward the side window. At first, nothing but storm and white. Then I see it. Dark geometry against endless snow. The research station. Low, wide, partially buried under drifted ice like something trying to disappear. We're too far to be sure, but looks like no lights, no movement. Cruz leans over.
God, why's it gotta be so dark?
It's Siberia, I reply. Pick a reason. Brasco, all smiles again.
Power outage. It's nap time. Or Cap here just wanted to take us all on a nice romantic getaway.
Cruz pushes Brasco's shoulder, then a hum brushes the inside of my skull. Faint. I shake my head. Could be comm interference between the bird and station, could be the rotor pitch, or could be that I haven't had coffee yet. Snow explodes upward in white chaos as the bird drops up about 20 yards out. We all jolt a little as it lands. The door kicks open and Siberia punches into us, air so cold it feels sharp, like breathing ground glass. Siberia isn't just cold, it's the kind of cold that makes every bone in your body scream to leave, the kind that punishes hesitation and buries mistakes under white silence forever. But orders are orders, and when the brass says investigate, you don't ask why. You just get your sweet ass to where you're pointed. I slam my hand on the bird to signal the pilot. We move. Formation tight as we clear the chopper's blades. We move forward into a wasteland of white, snow and trees stretching into nothing. The bird is in the sky again. Too risky to just let it sit and get snowed in. We have 48 hours before it comes back. The chopper blades are loud, like a hum vibrating behind the eyes instead of in the ears. The station looms ahead, silent, black windows staring. Cruz mutters,
"This isn't creepy at all."
Come on, kid. Well, On second thought, kinda feels like we're being watched.
Kinda feels like unpaid overtime.
Brasco laughs. I almost smirk. Almost. As we move closer, I already know all of our eyes are everywhere. Cruz, loyal and protective, watching our six with rear threat coverage. Brasco, confident and thorough, sweeping low, ready for hand-to-hand at a moment's notice. Morales, detailed and strategic, handles sniper lanes by taking the top. Me, looking straight ahead and focused. Then I see the tracks, as if someone decided to leave the research station and just walked in a circle. Overlapping, confused. As if they kept going round again and again. I kneel, touch a frozen imprint. They iced over, no fresh snow covering them. I stand. Stack up. Morales moves, and I know he's getting back into position behind my right shoulder. Brasco to my left and Cruz bringing up the rear. Then I hear it, a grin in his voice.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah? This time I smile because I know what's coming.
Tell Morales I'm still your favorite.
Morales snorts quietly. Cruz chimes in.
Hey, Cap?
Yeah.
Tell Brasco I'm your one and only.
Boots crunch. Cold bites as we begin to move forward as a unit. Rifles ready.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah?
Tell these two shitheads I'm your everything.
I don't turn. Girls, you're all pretty. If you don't slow me down, Mama will get you something nice later. Low chuckles ripple through the formation. I don't remember when or how this started, but it's now morphed into this thing we do as a way to center ourselves before a mission. Chambers checked. Safety off. I step toward the large station's door. Boots crunch. Snow swallows footprints. We breach the main door. The smell hits first. Violent. Wrong. The kind that signaled we'd be seeing some bad shit soon. Wrought with a chemical sting, thick enough to taste. I'm immediately confused. This place is too cold for decay. But the stench is alive, crawling into the sinuses, burning the eyes. We sweep in. Flashlights cut through frost-coated walls, glittering like broken glass. The corridor is a straight shot into darkness. But to my right, there's a massive mess hall. That's when we see the body, hanging like a chandelier from a beam, head tilted down, watching us. Except, it isn't watching. It has no eyes, nothing but empty sockets staring into nothing. Blood covers everything, walls, tables, ceiling, frozen in violent arcs like the room itself preserved the moment it happened.
Jesus Christ.
Morales mutters. He takes a step forward, boot catching on something. He shakes his foot, trying to free it. At first I think it's cloth, then my brain finishes the picture. Skin, it's skin, shredded, peeled, scattered across the floor like wet paper. Cruz breathes.
Holy shit.
He stares at the body.
It has no...
He stops. I take in what my brain didn't want to see before. The body is flayed. Stack up. The words are out before I even thought to say them. The formation tightens. I notice Cruz then. He didn't move. His light freezes on something in the corner. Then his beam moves, tracking something, too fast for me to see. On the opposite side, we hear a scraping across the far wall. We all turn. Weapons up. Nothing. I first think, rodent or rat. The space is wide open, nowhere for anyone to hide. Then, I see Cruz's light move again, sliding along the wall like it knows where to go. Cruz whispers,
You see that, right?
Brasco and Morales look at each other but say nothing. I track where the light is and back to the corner. Slow, controlled, breath steady. Nothing. No movement, no sound, just a hum. Generators. Cruz shifts closer to me.
Cap, something's in here.
He says, voice tight now. Stay sharp, I reply. But something is wrong. Cruz's light isn't tracking where mine is. It isn't making sweeps. He's staring at empty space. My eyes sweep the area, then back at Cruz. His eyes are tracking. I'm staring right at the same spot. Nothing. He's following something I don't see. Cruz flinches.
There, it moved again.
But the corner is empty. Morales shifts his rifle. Cruz's breathing quickens.
Cap, it's closer now.
I turn to him. Brasco and Morales flank either side, heads on a swivel. I grab Cruz. What do you see? He tears his gaze away from the corner and looks at me. He's scared. I watch as his gaze shifts from mine and lock on something just behind me. His eyes are wide.
Don't turn. It's watching you.
Ice slices down my spine, but I don't move. Not because I think there's a monster, but because something's happened to one of my men, and I don't know what it is. And yet, somewhere deeper in the facility, something clangs. Cruz's voice cracks.
Cap, it knows your name.
Cruz doesn't blink. I snap my fingers. He's still not looking at me, just staring past, like something is standing just behind my shoulder, breathing my air. I don't turn, because nothing's there. I know it with certainty. No way anyone could sneak up behind me with Brasco and Morales there. What do you see? I ask. His mouth opens. Nothing comes out. Then,
It's tall. Head is bent. Sideways.
his voice shakes now. Morales shifts behind me.
Nothing's there.
Cruz shakes his head violently.
No, it's right there.
His rifle tracks empty air, finger tight on the trigger, breathing too fast. I step closer, voice controlled. Cruz, eyes on me. He doesn't move, still staring into nothing.
It moved. I saw it move.
I sweep the corner again. Nothing. No sound, no shadow, no heat, no breath. Only frost and silence.
Clear.
Brasco says, lowering his rifle slightly. Morales nods once, but Cruz doesn't. His shoulders are tight, locked, predator posture, watching something none of us can see. I make a call. Reset. We exit the mess hall back to the corridor. Slowly, controlled, weapons up. Boots crunch over frozen blood and skin. The smell follows us. It shouldn't exist, not here, not at this temperature. Bodies don't rot in this kind of cold. They lock in place, preserved, waiting, which means one of two things: heat source or chemicals. Mission priority flashes through my mind. Locate survivors, secure scientists, extract. Black site personnel, high value, powerful people wanted them alive. Back in the bird, we ran thermal sweeps. Nothing but structural cold. No moving heat. No clustered signatures. No survivors calling for help. But scans don't mean shit once boots hit ground. Besides, I wasn't given full intel. I never am. Need to know cuts both ways. Still, I knew enough. Whatever happened here was man-made. I slow the team with a hand signal. I need to reassess. My eyes sweep the corridor again. Frost, silence, dark, and that smell still crawling in the sinuses like something alive. Something is wrong with the environment, and wrong environments kill squads faster than bullets. In the corridor, I turned to Cruz. His eyes were still cutting into the mess hall. Visual hallucination, air contamination is possible. Unknown chemical exposure in a place like this is likely. I'm betting biohazards with psychological effects. Mask up, I order. Morales doesn't question, neither does Brasco. Filters snap into place. Cruz hesitates, then obeys. My eyes sweep the corridor again. Frost, Silence, dark, and that smell still crawling in the sinuses like something alive. Something is wrong with the environment, and wrong environments kill squads faster than bullets. In the corridor, I turned to Cruz. His eyes were still cutting into the mess hall. Visual hallucination, air contamination is possible. Unknown chemical exposure in a place like this is likely. I'm betting biohazards with psychological effects. Mask up, I order. Morales doesn't question. Neither does Brasco. Filters snap into place. Cruz hesitates, then obeys. We move deeper. The corridor is wide, but I can see the further down it begins to narrow. Cold biting through gear. We periodically pass dark rooms. Cruz lags half a step, then another. I notice. I make another hand signal, stay tight. I get nods. We clear the next room. Empty storage. Nothing disturbed. Brasco whispers.
Place gives me the fucking creeps.
Morales grunts in agreement. I get nothing from the rear. I turn to respond and realize Cruz isn't behind us. Cruz. No answer. My pulse tightens. Cruz, respond. Static. Then a sound, faint, from behind us, the mess hall. Brasco curses under his breath. We move fast, weapons up, back through the corridor, toward the smell, toward the hanging body. We reach the mess hall threshold and stop. Cruz is standing in the center of the room, back to us, completely still, just standing. Morales in a low voice.
Cruz?
No response. His head tilts slightly. I take a step forward. Cruz. He doesn't turn, doesn't move, doesn't breathe. Just stands there, waiting. The generators kick in again. The hum of them pulse in the silence. Cruz flinches like something touched him.
There.
He gasps, and we're right by Cruz in an instant. His light jerks, tracking something moving along the wall, fast. But the beam shows nothing. Only frost. Only dark. Only a sound. Close. Brasco snaps his rifle back toward the mess hall doorway.
Movement.
We all pivot. Nothing. Then Cruz screams. Raw. Animal.
It's on the ceiling.
I snap my light upward. Empty rafters. But Cruz is already firing. Rounds tear into metal. Ice. Nothing. He staggers backward, slamming into a table, eyes wide, wild.
Get it off, get it off!
Something hits him. I see his head whip to the side like he just got his shit rocked by a fist. He's then picked up and thrown. He slams into the wall, breath exploding out of him, rifle flying from his hands.
Cruz!
Morales shouts, rushing forward. Cruz's body jerks upward, lifted, not by hands, by nothing. His boots scrape the wall, kicking, clawing, leaving streaks of blood where skin tears through fabric. His throat convulses, choking. He gasps, eyes locking onto mine, terrified, pleading, present. I bring up my rifle, but I can't see a fucking thing. I see Cruz reaching for his holster when his hand snaps sideways. He screams. Morales reaches him and grabs his legs, but something wrenches Cruz away, slamming him across the mess hall table with bone-breaking force. Bone cracks, sharp and loud. The flayed body on the hook swings wildly above him. Cruz screams again, shorter this time, cut by pain. I fire, controlled bursts, tracking where his body jerks, trying to hit something I can't see. Nothing drops, nothing bleeds, except for Cruz. His chest caves inward, ribs compressing, breath wheezing out like something heavy is kneeling on him. His unbroken hand claws the air, grabbing, fighting, soldier, to the end.
Morales, move!
Morales drags him, pulling with everything he has, boots slipping in frozen blood and skin. Brasco watches our back and everything else. For 1 second, Cruz slides free, hope flickers. Then, his body lifts again. Higher, slamming against the far wall so hard I can feel the impact vibrate through my boots. His head hits last, with a wet crack. Cruz drops. He hits the floor and doesn't move. Silence. Morales reaches him first, hands searching neck, chest, breath. Nothing. Cruz's eyes are open, still locked forward, still afraid. I hear Brasco come up to my left.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't answer, because I never actually saw anything. Somewhere deep in the station, metal door slams.
Cruz's blood is still warm on my gloves. I already know he's gone by the way his body lies twisted on the mess hall floor. I press 2 fingers to his neck anyway, searching for something. Pulse, breath, anything, but there's nothing there. Just cooling flesh and the faint tremor in my own hands. His eyes are open, locked forward, fear frozen inside them like the moment never ended. He died afraid. I close his eyes. "Please rest in peace, brother," I murmur under my breath. Behind me, boots shift, breathing heavier than before, but no one panics. We are still soldiers. Cap kneels beside Cruz. She puts her hand on his heart for a moment, then rips away his patch and tags and puts them in her front pocket. She kneels for 1 second longer, not grief, not hesitation, but acknowledgement. Then she stands.
"Talk,"
she says. No one answers right away, because none of us knows how to explain what just happened. Brasco keeping watch, light moving in tight circles, rifle sweeping empty space. Breaks first.
I couldn't get a read on anything. You see anything, Morales? Anything?
I don't answer right away, because I felt something, like standing too close to a grave you didn't know was open. Cap is still scanning the room, controlled, precise, unshaken on the outside. But I know her. The tighter she gets, the more something is wrong. Cap looks at me expectant. I hesitate only a second longer. Then, no. Because what I felt has no shape, no proof, no logic. But I know evil when I feel it. And this place is wrong in a way bullets don't explain. Brasco mutters,
"Something's hunting us."
Cap turns slightly toward us. She doesn't believe in ghosts, but belief has nothing to do with what's happening here.
Here's what we do know. We're in a, up until recently, sealed facility in the middle of Siberia. Unknown environment, unknown exposure. Our masks weren't up fast enough. Chemical or biological interference is very real and still on the table.
You saying we imagined that?
I'm saying we don't understand it yet.
Her eyes sweep the dark mess hall.
Cruz doesn't die for nothing.
Brasco nods once, jaw tight. Then,
even if we finish the sweep, how the hell are we supposed to fight? Whatever the fuck that was.
Cap doesn't answer immediately, because he's not wrong. Brasco continues,
"If we stay, we die."
"We need facts before fear," I say. Cap nods once.
We've been on more missions than either of us care to talk about. We all know the risks and we've all seen some fucked up shit. Why are you treating this any different? Our extraction bird isn't back for 48 hours at least, and that's if a blizzard doesn't come through. If we leave the facility, we freeze. What makes you think the higher probability of survival is outside these walls?
She kneels briefly, puts her hand on Cruz's shoulder one last time, then wiping frozen blood from his rifle. She hands it to me.
I can't explain what happened to Cruz, but I'm telling you, someone around here can. If this is chemical, hallucination is possible. If it's biological, behavior changes are possible. Either way, I want to find the son of a bitch who caused this to happen and put a bullet through them. I'm doing one full sweep. For all we know, there's survivors deep in this station scared to death. But I'm not here to make you stay. If you want to leave, the door's over there. If you're coming, it's going to be fast, controlled, no separation, no improvisation.
I swallow. because part of me wants to tell them what I really felt in that room. Cap signals forward. I stand slowly, look at Cruz one last time and leave him where he fell, and continue the sweep, because the mission isn't over. Then something catches my eye. Movement. Across the room. Near the far wall. I see Brasco's head turn. He's standing too still. "Brasco," I say. Cap notices. Her voice sharpens slightly.
Talk.
Thought I heard something. Just nerves.
But his grip tightens on the rifle. Cap watches him carefully. Calculating. Assessing. Cap signals silently. Move. We don't argue. And the moment we cross the mess hall doorway, I swear, something breathes behind us.
We move. Tight formation. No wasted motion. Cruz's absence sits behind us like a shadow we don't turn to face. First corridor. Clear. Second room. Another storage. Frozen shelves. No disturbance. Third. Empty quarters. Bunks made. Personal effects untouched. Like people stepped out and never came back. No struggle, no evacuation chaos, nothing. Brasco mutters low.
This place is all kinds of fucked.
Morales says nothing. I keep us moving. We reach a sealed interior door. Reinforced lab sector. I signal halt. Check corners. I crack the door. The cold inside bites harder than outside. Flashlights sweep. Steel tables. Equipment racks. Glass containment units. Shattered. Wires dragged across the floor like something crawled through them. And then, bodies. 3 of them, or what's left. I hold up my fingers to indicate what I'm seeing to my men behind me. They're piled near the far wall like discarded material. Skin color is a gray-blue, frost clinging to exposed tissue. But something about them doesn't quite add up. Morales whispers.
"Don't move."
I don't. I trust these men with my life. Something put him on alert, but nothing happens. I wait a beat longer and strain to pick up on any movement or sound that he might have heard. There's no visible blood that pooled around the bodies, no spray pattern, no clear trauma. I step closer, slow. One of the bodies shifts slightly as frozen fabric tears under my boot, and the truth comes into focus. They're not intact. They've been opened, chest cavities exposed, clean cuts. I reached out with my hunting knife, like an extended finger. I steady the edge on a rib and push on the tip so the entire cavity is exposed to me. The sternum looks like it was cracked open, ribcage spread. I couldn't tell if something pried into it or burst out of it.
Cap, what the fuck happened here?
I don't know.
We should move.
I nod. We don't linger. We don't touch the bodies again. And we don't speak until we clear the doorway. The corridor outside feels tighter now. I'm certain everyone else is dead, but I still have to confirm it. They know it. I know it. We push into the next room, empty. Concrete walls, broken workstation, no bodies, no movement. I raise a fist. Hold. We need to breathe. Assess. 3 beams cut the dark. Brasco speaks first.
I don't think this was an attack.
He shifts his weight, but I don't shoot him down, so he continues.
Those cuts were clean, controlled, not panic, not violence. That was procedure.
Something went wrong.
I don't say anything.
I think whatever they were working on got out. Infection, parasite, whatever, but they brought back some prehistoric shit that killed everybody. Cruz said it himself.
Not infection.
Then what?
Morales hesitates, then
Something entered them.
Brasco scoffs lightly.
That's what I'm saying, a parasite. Just like the movies. They dug something up, tried to play God, and it burrowed its way inside them. I mean, those ribs back there didn't open on their own.
Morales shakes his head.
I'm not talking that kind of parasite. Something evil entered them.
You talking possession now?
I can hear the disbelief in Brasco's voice. Morales doesn't smile.
I'm saying what we saw doesn't behave like disease. How could a parasite or disease pick up Cruz like that, snap him in half like that? We all saw what was happening to him, but not what was doing it. Unless you guys are keeping something from me, that fucking thing was invisible. Do you know how many countless stories there are about demon possessions around the world?
I cut in. Enough. Both go quiet. And we don't know shit yet, I say. I can't explain what we saw. But here are the facts. This is a black site for a reason. A highly classified military research lab. There is a very real, tangible explanation that's not fantasy and folklore, but just as horrifying. We don't need movies for that. Bioweapons and chemical exposure is possible, even plausible. Neurological interference is inevitable with this kind of exposure. We deal in facts, not guesses. But even as I say it, something inside me replays Cruz lifting off the floor. Wrong and impossible. I bury it. 18 personnel, I remind them. We've confirmed 4. That leaves 14 unaccounted for. Brasco mutters.
And if they're like those ones back there?
Then we confirm it, I finish. Fast. He nods. Then,
Cap, if whatever killed Cruz is still here, how do we fight it?
I meet his eyes. We do what we do. We survive. Before he can respond. Bang. A loud metal on metal sound, somewhere deep in the facility. All 3 rifles snap up instantly, angles covered, waiting. Nothing. Then I hear it. A faint hum, like a vibration through the floor.
That wasn't a structure shift.
No, I say. It wasn't. I make the call. Listen carefully. From this point forward, anything that is not confirmed survivor is hostile. No one argues, because we all saw Cruz die. Engage on sight if we can't see shit. Light the place up with smoke. I finish. They nod. We move again. Slower now, more deliberate. And somewhere deep in the dark, something shifts again. We advance deeper into the station. The corridor narrows slightly the further we go. Ceiling lower, pipes running overhead wrapped in frost like dark veins. Ice crystals cling to the metal, catching our flashlight beams and scattering weak reflections across the walls. Every step crunches softly over thin layers of frozen dust, and something darker beneath it. Doors line the passage, some slightly open, each one black inside, swallowing the light. Our breath fogs through our masks, rising and disappearing in the cold air. The temperature shifts in uneven pockets. One step biting cold, the next strangely still, like walking through invisible layers of dead air. Somewhere far in the structure, metal settles with a slow, hollow tick. Behind me, Brasco clears his throat quietly.
Cap.
He says, voice normal, almost. I don't turn yet. What? Pause. Then,
You hear that?
Morales answers first.
Negative.
I slow and we stop as a unit. I still don't turn. What do you hear, Brasco? He hesitates. I hear the soft shifting of cloth and gear.
Probably nothing. Thought I heard movement.
We hold position. Listen. Nothing. Stay sharp, I say. We move again. Brasco falls back into step. Then he speaks again, quieter.
It's like a scratching.
Morales glances at me. I shake my head slightly. We clear another junction. Empty. We keep moving. Then, I hear boots falter mid-step behind me. I turn as I say, Brasco. No response. His head is tilted slightly, like he's trying harder to hear something. I strain my ears to pick up on anything that I haven't already logged as background noise. Talk, I order. He exhales sharply, shakes his head, regains posture.
I'm good, just nerves. Every time the structure settles, it drives me crazy.
He nods his head like that's all there is to it, but the sweat beads at his temple tell me we need to finish the job and get the fuck out of here quick. He grins then.
Cap, if I start floating, you shoot me, yeah? Don't let me go like Cruz.
Morales says nothing. Brasco's smiling, like it's a joke, but it's flat. It won't come to that.
But if
it comes to it, I won't hesitate. Brasco nods once. Good, but his eyes flick toward the dark behind us. And though he's fighting it, the first crack is widening. We round another turn and freeze. At the far end of the corridor, movement. Our rifles follow, lights zone in on it. It's human-shaped, still small. Looks like it's slumped against the wall. From this distant, the darkness is barely peeled back by our lights. Brasco.
Contact. Possible survivor.
Rifles steady. We move, but we don't rush. Ma'am, I call, firm and controlled. Identify yourself. No response. The figure sways slightly. We advance slowly, step by step. It's a woman, lab coat torn, hair matted to her face. She's shaking, silent, eyes wide but unfocused, like she's staring at something behind us. Easy, I say, lowering my tone. You're safe now. No reaction. Morales steps closer.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Nothing. You're safe now. We're here to help you. Still nothing. Then, I touch her shoulder and she explodes. A scream tears out of her, raw, animalistic. So violent it echoes through the entire station. Brasco flinches. Morales grabs her wrists before she claws.
Easy, easy.
Her scream breaks into choking sobs, then fades, as if it just drained out of her. We secure a nearby room, clear corners, and bring her inside where she puts her back to the wall and slides down. With the door closed, her breathing slows. But she trembles uncontrollably. I kneel in front of her. What happened here? Her cracked lips move before sound comes.
They opened them. They screamed. And then the walls, the sounds.
She's talking in fragments. Shock. Where are the others? I ask. She swallows. Her throat clicks. It's so dry. Brasco hands her a small water.
Hidden. We hid. In the dark. They were taking people. I told them we shouldn't. I should have never come here.
Her eyes snap to me suddenly. Sharp. Lucid for the first time.
I can take you.
I glance at my men. They nod. We follow her, keeping pace. At first slow, making sure we were in the clear. Then faster. Has to be shock. We stay tight to her side and behind her, boots landing in controlled rhythm against the frozen floor. But gradually, something changes. Her steps quicken. We begin moving faster to keep formation, just pushing the edge of controlled speed as the corridors stretch longer and darker ahead of us. My mind flashes on the specs of this place and maps exit routes automatically. Distance to exterior doors, lockdown and fallback positions, survival windows in open terrain. If she leads us to the others, we move them fast. Just keep going out the back, stabilize and signal for extraction. I'm busy in my own head when Morales makes a noise.
Cap.
Before he finishes, she runs. Full sprint, down one corridor, then another. We chase, boots pounding, turning corners, but she's already ahead, outpacing us. We see her turn again, disappearing from sight. We spill into a long corridor, almost like a tunnel, narrow, suffocating. Our lights slicing tunnels through suspended frost. At the far end, double steel doors, closed, still. There's no sound but our heavy breathing.
But what if it's a trap?
I say in a mocking high voice.
Good. They saved us the trouble.
Works for me.
I smile without humor, then nod once. Remember what I said, boys. If you can't confirm friendly, then they're all hostile. We stack and move. 3, 2. The stench was so thick I didn't have time to process why I could feel it coat my tongue from behind my mask. My beam cuts forward, and the room reveals itself. Bodies everywhere, flayed open like discarded shells. Skin peeled away in long translucent ribbons across the floor, frozen mid-fold like something tried to crawl out of itself. Entrails scattered. The silence inside is loud. Then, something catches my eye. In the center of the room, the woman. Hunched low on the floor, her shoulders rise and fall in quick motions. I step forward, she's sobbing into her hands. I circle, leaving some distance between myself and the woman. Either her sobbing is getting louder, or I was hit by a massive bout of synesthesia when we came in, and I'm only just hearing it now. Maybe my senses getting fucked up was my brain's way of protecting itself. Because between her sobs, she's eating. It takes only a second to realize it's skin. She's shoveling strips into her mouth with both hands, stuffing, chewing, swallowing, over and over. Dry, soft crunching is coming from her. I move slowly, still circling, still keeping distance. Rifle trained on her. Stop. My voice cuts the room. She freezes instantly, rigid and eerily still, like a puppet whose strings were yanked tight. She collapses sideways, smacking her head against the tile. Her spine arches violently off the floor, muscles pulling taut, joints popping in sharp, quick cracks. Her limbs jerk, forcing movement, and I think, is she having a fucking seizure? Her back bows higher, bones grinding under tension. Brasco's rifle light begins shaking, sweeping the walls, the ceiling, the bodies, erratic, desperate. Brasco, stay with me, I say as I start to move backwards towards them. With every jerk of her body, noises rip out of her, deep and guttural, as if being ripped from the bottom of the throat. At the same instant, Brasco fires. Rounds tear into walls, bodies, ceiling, empty air, no target. Morales and I snap our rifles to where he's shooting, scanning, searching, nothing. No movement, no threat. Then Morales stiffens. I follow his gaze. The woman. I'm staring at her still form. Her body is facing upward, her back bowed, spine arched under her like something folding in on itself. She's balanced on her head. Her face is looking directly toward Morales, upside down, eyes wide, unblinking, locked on him. I step in and drive my boot into her skull, kicking the ever-loving shit out of it. Her head snaps sideways. Morales gasps, breath stuttering in and out. Her limbs slam onto the floor, all four, hands and feet locking under her like a spider anchoring itself. She lifts, not standing, crawling, fast, straight at me. Her mouth hangs open, skin still caught between her teeth. I fire, one round, clean, between the eyes. Her body collapses instantly, boneless, empty. Silence floods the room. Smoke drifts from my barrel. My ears ring. Morales whispers,
"Where's Brasco?"
I didn't run. That's the first lie I tell myself. 1 second I was in the room. Muzzle flashing, bodies, that crazy fucking folding woman. And the next, I was in the corridor, alone. I turned back toward the lab. Nothing. No Cap. No Morales. No light spill, just dark. And I feel like I'm being watched. My pulse is hammering. I tell myself I'm not panicking. I just have some disorientation, possible toxin exposure, neural interference. Just like Cap said. Cap? No answer. Good. Means they didn't hear me break formation. Means I still have time to fix it. Something brushes my arm. I immediately elbow the space and just hit empty air. I feel it again. And realize I feel it on the inside of my arm. I jerk my sleeve back, sweep light across skin. Nothing, but I felt it. I swallow. My only thought is, it's a parasite. Has to be. Something these assholes let loose. Something that moves through tissue and hijacks nerves or alters behavior. Explains the bodies. Explains crews. Explains the woman. I press fingers into my forearm. Pain. Pain is good. Pain puts me back in the present. Stay in control, I say in a low voice. My skin twitches under my touch. I startle so bad I slam my back against the wall. Breathing heavy. I'm trying to force logic in my brain. I squeeze my eyes shut, but I can feel it. Like something shifting beneath the surface, just out of reach. What happens in movies? If parasite then it spreads through host takes over my brain, then what? Breathing under control, I open my eyes and sweep my light ahead. The corridor stretches long and empty. I keep scanning for another minute. I turn to go find Captain Morales. That's when I hear running behind me. I immediately turn back around, rifle up, beam lighting the corridor. No one's there. It's still empty. Fuck. Then at the far end, movement. A shape, tall, watching. I raise my rifle. Identify! No response. I tap into my rage. I'd rather feed that than my fear. I keep the beam of my light on him, sweeping it back and forth, trying to see if anyone else is there. The longer I stare, the worse I start to feel. Pressure is building inside my skull. Identify or I will shoot. Something sliding behind my thoughts. My fingers loosen on the rifle. I force them tight, still in control, still me. I back up. Then, my hand moves on its own. My eyes go wide as it moves its steady hold from the rifle. I force it back. I just need to get to the squad. A sound breaks through my panic. I whip my rifle back down the corridor where the figure was standing a second ago. It's gone. What the fuck is wrong with me? I never lose eyes on a target. I do another sweep to make sure I didn't miss anything. I back up slowly, returning the way I came. After I'm sure it's gone, and turn and start heading back. Light jerking as I pick up speed. For a fraction of a second, I see someone standing in the dark about 30 paces in front of me. It's Cruz, still, watching. Then, he's gone. My breath stutters out, because I know what this is. Somehow, I got infected, and if I don't find them soon, I won't be Brasco anymore.
I knew something was wrong the moment we stepped on site. I didn't say it, didn't give it breath. But I felt it, like standing too close to something that should not exist. Brasco, I call low. No response. Cap moves ahead, controlled, tracking signs, but my eyes keep drifting to the dark corners, the spaces between our light. Because something is here, watching, waiting. Then, the impossible smell. Rot. And I know before I see him that he will be there. We round the corner. Brasco stands in the utility room, facing the wall. So still you'd think he was a statue. The stench is overwhelming. Death and sulfur. Cap calls to him. No response. He's hunched, shoulders rising and falling in slow rhythm. My stomach turns. "Brother," I say, stepping forward. Cap raises her rifle and orders Brasco to turn around. Chewing stops. Then he speaks, but not in his voice, in Cruz's. My blood turns to ice. I stumble back. No. Cruz is dead. I saw him shatter and die. Brasco's shoulders tremble. Then the chewing resumes. Wet, slow. Cap steps closer, weapon steady.
Brasco, turn around.
His head tilts, listening to something I can't hear. Then he laughs. And my heart hurts because that's not his laugh. When he turns, I see it. Not sickness, not injury, but the devil himself. Possession. His mouth is torn, lips shredded, teeth slick with blood. His arm chewed open, flesh torn away in strips and tendon exposed. But he doesn't feel it, doesn't react. Because something else is inside him now. His eyes lock onto mine. This isn't Brasco anymore. It's something older, something empty. And then it speaks again. My breath stops. My mind floods with memories. My grandmother whispering warnings in candlelight. Stories of souls taken, bodies worn like clothes, evil entering through weakness. I grip my rifle tighter. "This isn't you," I say. But he smiles, and something beneath his skin moves, rippling, alive, like a serpent beneath flesh. It captures the demon's attention, the one living inside Brasco. He goes in for another bite, pulls back, and I see skin stretch and snap. Something slithers out of sight. He does it again. I don't think he's actually swallowing anything, just biting out pieces of himself. Cap says quietly,
Brasco, step away from the wall.
He does it slowly. Then he moves toward me, fast. I fire, but he doesn't stop, because the demon that drives him doesn't fear death. Cap slams into me, knocks me back, sidearm already up. Brasco hits the floor, jerks violently, but still moves. Hands clawing, mouth working, trying to speak. Then, for a second, I see him. My friend, my brother, trapped inside something else. Then his eyes shift past us, toward the corridor, and he smiles again.
Cap, I'm still your favorite, right?
Cold floods my chest, and she empties her clip into his skull. My ears are ringing and my eyes go to the shadowy corridor. And I know this isn't an infection. This isn't some science fiction bullshit. Just like I know the devil is staring back at me from the dark. Cap rips off her mask first.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Her voice is tight. Like if she gets too loud, she'll start screaming and not stop. I hesitate, then pull mine off too. Masks didn't save Cruz, didn't save Brasco. Evil doesn't care about gas masks. We move fast through the corridors, retracing, turning, pushing toward the front, the way out. But the station feels different now, like it's taking longer to go back than it did coming this far. How long have we been here? I ask. Cap checks her watch, stops. For the first time since I've known her, she hesitates.
That's not possible.
What? She turns her wrist toward me. 24 hours. Gone. Vanished. We were inside maybe 4 or 5 tops. She doesn't answer. We keep moving. I'm recounting time, going back over what happened and when. We don't break stride, but at some point I start to take notice of the doorways we pass. They are not all empty anymore. I'm passing one, and inside I see bodies kneeling in rows, facing the doorways, skin blackened and cracked like burned wood. Their mouths move silently, praying, their tongues gone. I stop, blink. The room is empty again. I take a deep breath. The next doorway, a man hanging upside down, ribs split open, something inside his chest clawing outward while he smiles at me. My eyes flick to Cap, still pacing down the corridor. When I look back in the room, the scene changed. A child standing in the center of the room, eyes closed, whispering words I knew from Sunday Mass. It's me. It looks exactly like me when I was a boy. A hand grabs his shoulder, I follow it and see my mom. I stumble. Because her face, although smiling, has something sinister about it.
Move.
Cap says sharply. They're here, I say. They're all here.
Nothing's there. You're seeing things. Keep moving.
She answers. No, I whisper. I know what I saw. I turn back. The room's empty. I catch up to Cap. We turn another corridor. I see hands reaching out of the walls, skin stretched thin, fingers fused together, clawing without sound. I grip my rifle harder. Cap, they're trapped.
There's nothing there.
Cruz saw them too, I snap. Brasco saw them. She turns abruptly.
And they're dead. Listen to me. This place is messing with your head. We masked up too late. Nothing you see is real.
We round the last turn, the mess hall, and my breath stops. Cruz is standing near the table, whole, unhurt, smiling. Beside him, Brasco, relaxed, watching us like we're late to something.
Morales, you left us.
Cruz says. My chest tightens. Cap, my voice tight. They're alive. She doesn't even look. Brasco tilts his head.
You're just gonna walk away again? Man, what an asshole thing to do, Morales.
He says, smiling. Cap, they're right there. Her voice hardens.
Focus. We're leaving.
I stare at them, at my brothers, and a thought enters my mind. Slow, cold, impossible. Why can't she see them? I ask no one in particular. She grabs my shoulder.
Because they're not real.
My pulse spikes. When did she turn back? Cruz steps closer, eyes never leaving mine.
Don't trust her.
I mean, come on, bro. She's the one who killed me after all. A whole clip into my goddamn face.
They both shrug like it's just the way it is. My breath hitches. Cap is still holding my shoulder. Still calm, still steady. What if... I start to say. Her grip tightens. What if you're the one that's not you? Silence, heavy and dangerous. Because for the first time, I'm not sure who I'm standing beside.
Morales' eyes don't leave mine. They're wide and bloodshot, searching my face like he's trying to see through it. For a split second, the thought hits me too, like something sliding under my skin. What if he's right? What if this place got into me? What if No. I shut it down. Hard. This isn't some fucking movie. This is a mission, like all the others. The only difference this time is we breathed in some bioagent, because I wasn't quick enough to spot the risk 2 of my men are dead. We need to leave, call in the bird and get clean. Listen to me, voice low but firm. Beside him in the grotesque mess hall, the hanging body sways gently. I spot Cruz on the floor. I look back at Morales. The empty air seems to pull at him, his brow furrowing slightly like he's thinking real hard. I start to say something.
Don't, they're talking.
We need to leave to go get the bird to come in. He's shaking his head.
Cap, they're bleeding, begging.
I say nothing but feel myself shaking my head.
They're right here, both right here.
They're not real, my voice cuts sharp. His face tightens, locked down. I know that look. He's made a decision.
How do we know you're not the demon? You were in the room when Cruz was torn apart. You killed Brasco. You shot into him until he had no face left.
My breath starts to change. I can feel my adrenaline spiking. Morales. His rifle comes up. In the same instant, with the same motion, so does mine. Diego, I say quietly. Not rank, not command. His name. Come with me. My rifle position and sightline doesn't change, but I take a step backward, toward the exit. It's going to be okay, I say. We get out. We survive. Just like always. Just like in the desert, in the jungle and the cookout last year when the steak burned. Remember that? I take another step back, then another. For a second, his weapon lowers. I'm at the threshold. I take another step. In the next instant, his eyes shift. Focus breaking, brows tightening again, listening, answering, and I know he's gone. I don't wait. I turn and run. Cold slams into me like a wall, snow, wind, white everywhere, boots pounding through frozen powder, breath tearing in my chest. I don't look back, because I already know what I'll see. Then, behind me, Morales screams, a sound ripped from the bottom of a human soul, and it ends suddenly, gone, like he was erased. My legs keep moving, faster, harder, through snow, through trees. Flashes hit me, Cruz laughing in the bird, Brasco cracking jokes, Morales silent but steady beside me in 100 missions before this. My throat tightens, tears burn my eyes. I wipe them away before they freeze. Keep moving, survive, survive, survive. Finally, my body forces me to stop, just for a breath. I bend forward slightly, lungs burning, mind racing, trying to reassess, plan, think. Then a sound behind me, not wind, not snow falling, crunch, deliberate footsteps. I don't turn. I bolt, like I was shot through a fucking chamber, farther from the facility, farther from the screams, farther from whatever took my men. I've survived worse. Afghanistan mountains, thin air, sniper fire cutting into rock above my head. Arctic patrols, 40 below, skin freezing inside gloves, jungle operations in Luzon, heat, rot, things crawling under skin for real. You survive by moving, so I move, snow kicking behind me, wind slicing through gear. Then more footsteps, not just one set behind, to my left, to my right, boxing me in. People, I tell myself, just people. My legs burn, muscles screaming, lungs ripping, but adrenaline floods everything. I run harder. Branches whip across my face, sharp, slicing skin, warm blood freezing instantly against my cheek. Don't stop, don't think, move, move, move. Then, the ground vanishes. I skid to the edge, a ledge, cliff dropping into a dark valley below. My head whips around. There's no way down. I begin to panic. Then I see it. A narrow shelf, maybe 15 feet below. Behind me, the crunch is getting closer. No time. I jump. Impact detonates through my legs. I tuck on instinct, body already committing to the role, but I try to kill it halfway, trying to stay on my feet. Bad call. My knees collapse. Momentum hurls me forward. I hit the ground, roll, and suddenly the ledge drops away beneath me. My hand snaps out. My hand catches the edge. My body jerks violently, shoulder screaming, weight tearing downward. My rifle slips free, gone, falling into darkness within the treetops below. I grit my teeth, muscles shaking, trying to pull up, knowing it's useless. Knowing my hand will slip any minute. Snow crumbles under my grip. I look up. Nothing there. No one. No movement. Just empty white above me. Inevitably, my hand begins to slip. I scream, pain, rage, and grief tearing out of me all at once. I throw my other hand upward. Too late, the ledge gives. I fall. And for an instant, I'm free. Then, branches slam into me. One, then another, snapping, ripping breath from my lungs. Bones crack and break. My body twists, slams, stops. I'm hanging, mangled and broken. I'm suspended between branches, facing downward into the dark forest below, breath shallow, cold spreading fast, and my vision is dimming. And just before the dark takes me, I think I see something move, a shadow, watching, then nothing. Darkness loosens its hold on me. I'm not cold, not in pain. Something's wrong with that. My eyelids fight to open. Then, light, white, blinding. I try to move. Nothing happens. My body is heavy, distant, like it belongs to someone else, and I'm just visiting. Panic flickers, then dies. Even that feels borrowed. The beeping sharpens. I'm on a table, I think. Not snow, not forest, and not dead. Inside somewhere. Ceiling panels, steel rails, the kind of clean that doesn't happen in the field. I turn my head, slow, muscles screaming. I try to lift my head and freeze. Rows of shallow, transparent containment tables are beside me, like giant petri dishes. Tubes and wires are coming from the body suspended in water, or gel. Morales, Cruz, Brasco, alive. Their limbs and chest are strapped to steel anchor points at the bottom of the human-sized dish, just like me. Their eyes are closed, chests rising and falling in mechanical rhythm, machines feeding into them, monitors displaying data I can't read. My throat closes. Diego. The name tears out of me. Diego, wake up.
He can't hear you.
My head whips around and I immediately regret it. Movement to my left. A man steps into view. Calm. He holds a tablet, glances at it, then at me, like he's comparing notes.
Welcome back. He's in phase 1 recovery.
He nods towards Morales. What? What happened? He doesn't answer, just taps his tablet. I pull against the restraints. The pressure becomes heat. I stop.
You're disoriented. That's expected. Neural reintegration varies by subject. You're actually ahead of schedule.
Neural reintegration? The words. This whole scene doesn't fit my last 24 hours, not even the last 5 minutes of my life. What he's saying slides off my brain like water off ice. I force out. My men
are exactly where they need to be. All 4 of you perfectly accounted for. And they're perfectly stable in their pods.
He gestures to the rows of tables, or pods. He sees my confusion and almost smiles.
Ask the question, Captain. Your profile was very thorough. You analyze. So analyze.
I stare at him, then at my squad. Alive, breathing, trapped. And my mind does what it's trained to do. We were extracted. No, that doesn't track. No memory of rescue. Even if I had one, my men all died. I died. But we're alive. Wounded? I look over again. I don't see a trace of the wounds that should have been there. I look back at the man. He's not showing signs of being aggressive, but he's not friendly either. This isn't a hospital. This is the station, I say. You somehow revived us and we're inside the research facility. He tilts his head.
So close. You are half right. You're inside level B of the facility.
I wait. He must see the confusion on my face because he stops. A faint crease appears between his brows, like a doctor looking at a chart that doesn't match the symptoms. What the actual fuck are you talking about?
It seems to be taking a bit longer than I anticipated. You should at least remember that you volunteered.
Volunteer? I didn't volunteer for anything.
You did, and on your own recognizance, you entered into the simulation.
Simulation? The cold, the bodies, crews dying, Brasco's face when No. A beat passes. Then he sweeps his hand across the room, the monitors, my men, like a goddamned game host. Siberia, we were there. I felt...
Yes, you were and are in Siberia. You all flew here with the directive of a rescue operation. That was all 100% real. What you may not remember is once you all came through the front entrance, I was the one to greet you. After that, you felt what we designed you to feel. Every detail, every smell, every experience, constructed and refined. Think of it as the ultimate VR experience, absolutely immersive. Now tell me, do you remember meeting me at all?
I can't breathe. I stare at him, then flash to the mess hall, the hanging flayed body, the man with no eyes. It's him.
What happened after you entered the facility was the training environment.
I want to rip his face off. My expression must show it because he continues.
I know it's taking some time for your memories to catch up, but you consented to all of this test training.
That's a lie. I answer immediately. He looks genuinely offended.
Well, Captain Blake, I'm many things. A liar isn't one of them. I had thought we were on the same footing here as one professional to another. I can see that was not the case.
He pauses, as if I actually hurt his feelings, then raises a hand and moves a screen in front of me. The screen lights up, and my own face appears. I'm in a briefing room, and a memory hits me like a freight train. I recognize the moment immediately. I remember the pitch. A breakthrough in combat readiness. Full immersion training. Realistic threat environments. Muscle memory forged under simulated combat. No risk of death or injury obtaining real-world experience. I hear my own voice on the recording. Bullshit. There's no way a game can put you in that real visceral intensity when you're fighting for your life. The instant decisions that have to be made between life, limb, or death. Do you know what that feels like, Doc? It's as if your heart is going to explode out of your ribcage. There's an immense pressure, almost like a hum you can actually feel inside your body. Because the only things that matter in that moment are your squad and the lives you are trying to save. That is your world. Your whole entire world. Nothing else exists outside of that.
I agree with you, Captain. But if we can shave off some of those seconds to give you your world back, wouldn't that be worth it? Right now you're thinking of your level, but think of those coming in, new and fresh. Would you really take this opportunity away from them?
I watch myself go silent, arms crossed.
If we are to make soldiers safer, better, we need to test with the best. Your unit is exactly what we're looking for.
The video cuts. A document appears, then clear, official, voluntary participation, combat immersion program. My signature at the bottom. My stomach flips.
You signed the authorization yourself, Captain. You agreed that elite teams should produce the most accurate combat data.
I look at my squad floating in the pods, alive, trapped. My fingers twitch against the restraints. I can feel the doc's eyes on me, but I don't look at him because while he was talking, somewhere in the back of my brain was trying to work out a problem. The words echo in my skull. Elite team. teams. Suddenly, the memory keeps going, and I know the doc is lying. The recording ended too soon, but I remember. Clear now. I see myself in that room, pushing the chair back, standing, the officers around the table watching me. I remember what I said after the feed cut. "You're shit out of luck." The doctor's expression freezes slightly. My voice in the memory continues. "You're right. Elite teams would produce the most accurate combat data. Too bad none will let you jam a test implant into the base of their skull." The room had gone quiet. "You want volunteers? Get another unit." And I closed the door as I left. The recording conveniently left this out. I look at the doctor. My confusion is gone, and he can tell. For a moment, nothing happens. Then he exhales, softly.
Damn. Well, I was hoping for partial memory this time.
He tilts his head and shrugs like, "Oh gosh, guess I gotta try ruining your life another way."
Last run, you remembered far too fast and too much. I see a recalibration in your future.
I say nothing, because now I see the whole picture. The ridiculous implant pitch, the refusal, and then Siberia, the rescue mission, the facility. The moment we walked through the door, I scanned the dark hall in front of me. Then my eyes went to the right, the mess hall, Doc. He was standing in the middle of it, smiling. I momentarily startled then. I heard the first shot from the corridor and whipped my rifle up to return fire. I didn't see at first that they were already positioned flat to the ground. They lit up my legs. I felt like I stepped into a hornet's nest. When I looked, I had 3 darts sticking out them. Things got hazy after that. The doctor watches my silence carefully. Then the last bit of pretense disappears from his face.
What we didn't tell you, but I'm sure you had an inkling, which is why you refused, is that training was never the goal.
He looked at his watch and nodded like we had time. He taps a few keys and a news broadcast flickers on. A senator at a podium. Beside him, a young woman. His daughter, the one who disappeared last year, the one who was found 3 days later. Alive, crying, thanking everyone for saving her. I remember that press conference. Everyone does.
She was the first real prototype, the first time we knew for sure we had the key. Her father was delighted to have her back from a botched ransom attempt, and for a couple of weeks things were perfect. But after turning that key, unfortunately, her father had to drop out of the race.
He winked at me. The screen changes again. Military units, political offices, corporate boardrooms, families, their very own connected network.
You see, humans aren't controlled individually. They're controlled through each other.
He gestures toward my squad, and I feel something cold slide through my chest.
If we control the unit, we control the soldier. If we control the family, we control the politician. If we control the circle someone trusts most.
He lets the thought finish itself.
We can't implant blind obedience. The brain resists it. For now, the science just isn't there yet. But control doesn't require obedience.
He walks slowly between the pods.
Humans are relational creatures. Remove the individual, and they fracture, making them pretty much useless. But control the relationships, and the individual follows.
He taps lightly on the glass surrounding Brasco. His hand moves to the next pod.
You fear for them.
Cruz. Then another step. Morales.
You protect them.
His voice remains almost conversational. Then he looks directly at me.
And when necessary, you destroy them.
I go very still. My mind flashes to the utility room. Brasco standing in the corner. The chewing. My gun. You made us kill each other.
No, not outside the simulation. Not yet.
Something inside me goes numb. You can only take so much before you run out of being shocked or scared. The grief, the rage, the panic. All of it shuts off. He checks his watch again. He's waiting for something. No wonder he's giving me a villain speech. I start looking around, counting restraints holding me down, distance to the door, distance to the nearest makeshift weapon, memorizing the room. The doc notices. His eyes narrow slightly.
You're not getting out, Blake. Save your energy. You're going to need it.
He turns the tablet toward me.
Looks like Morales' session is ending.
The screen fills with movement. For a moment, it's like I'm seeing through Morales' eyes. He's crawling, begging. I hear Cruz then, Brasco. They're laughing. The feed jerks violently. Morales is thrown against a wall. The image slams sideways, then still. The doctor glances down.
Time's up.
He taps the tablet again and it goes black.
I made a few adjustments while we were talking. How do you feel about the sun?
I'm going to kill you, I say, voice calm. Almost bored. He smirks.
These little conversations of ours are always fun. Alas, I have to cut this one short. I have other patients to attend to. I'll see you soon, Captain.
The screen beside me flashes. Countdown initiated 3, 2. He walks out. The door seals shut behind him. A timer appears above the pods. 5 minutes. I pull against the restraints. Solid. The steel bar through the cuff offers almost no slack. I pull harder. Nothing. My fingers slide down the metal, trying to find anything that would help get me out. Nothing. Mindset. I grip my teeth, put my shoulder into it and pull. I want to scream. I imagine my skin pulling and ripping open, blood mixing with the liquid. I almost give up when my wrist pops. My eyes fly open. For a moment, I think I broke my wrist. I move it, not broken. But that gives me an idea. If I can dislocate my thumb, I can pull my hand out, get myself free, get to my men. My eyes flick to the timer just under 4 minutes. I strain, trying to pull at the right angle. I can feel the pressure build and my hand is on fire. Come on. I hear a monitor beeping. Time is slipping away. I try to slam my joint into the bottom of the glass, but the liquid slows my progress. 3 minutes. I switch tactics. I work my thumb sideways and press the base of my first metacarpal to the glass, shove down and twist, grinding bone against metal. The pain is electric. I almost let up. 2 minutes. I slide my hit onto my hand, brace my feet against the glass and put more pressure on. 1 minute. I inflict as much direct trauma as I can without ripping skin. If there's blood, they'll know there's a problem. I'm about to give up when the tension between the metal and glass pays off. A deep pop reverberates up my arm. My vision swims and my hand slips free. I glance at the clock. Less than 7 seconds now. I'm out of time. I won't be able to get out. I shove my hand back inside the cuff. Let it hang loose. They can't know. Not yet. Because when I wake up again, I will kill them all. My eyes lock onto my squad and mouth the words, "I'll get us out." Blinding sun, heat, sand stretching forever. Cruz is talking again.
Cap, I read this place used to be an old trading route before the oil fields. Some of the wells go deep, like really deep. There's stories about what they found down there. Old things, some locals say.
Cruz, I say without looking. Breathe through your nose. He exhales, embarrassed, then grins. 5 seconds of silence. Then,
"You smell that?"
Brasco snorts loud.
Kid, it's a helicopter. In a desert, of course something smells.
Morales doesn't laugh, but the corner of his mouth lifts. Cruz rolls his eyes. I almost smile. Then I hear a hum in my comms, or maybe it's in my head. Feels like pressure behind the eyes. For 1 second, one fractured, impossible second, I see something else. Snow, a body hanging. I blink. Gone. Just sand as far as the eye can see. Brasco notices me staring.
Cap, you good?
I look at him, then the other two. I shake my head once. Clear it. Yeah, I say. Think I had a heat stroke. Get ready. The bird drops. Sand explodes upward in red chaos. We step off and heat slams into me like a wall. Sand swallows our boots. My squad stands beside me. Cruz's head's on a swivel. Morales checks his weapon, silent and steady. Brasco grins at me. I look across the red sand to a facility on the horizon. Solar arrays glinting. I slap the bird on the side, a little too hard because my hand comes back stinging. I shake it off. Stack up. We move, weapons up, formation tight, and head toward the facility.
And there you have it. The pick your poison story you voted for. Where an elite squad is sent into a mission that was never meant to end. Because the real battlefield wasn't Siberia. It was their minds. The real question is, what happens when the captain wakes up again? I'd like to think she kicks some ass. Thank you all for listening. If you crave more of this kind of intensity, take my hand and follow me. Well, until next time.